Shall we pray? Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and a faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country, and of those whose interests you've committed to our charge. Amen. Next order.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
There is a report of the committee that will be presented by the Honorable Njuguna Mwaura, Chairperson, Committee on Health Services, as a response.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to respond to petition, or rather to give a report on petition that was petitioned by one by the name Laban, concerning the management of the public cemeteries in Nakuru County. Mr. Speaker, this petition came at the same day when we were reporting back to the House on contentious matters concerning the South Cemetery that had been closed down. And as a committee, we had felt that because we had dealt it in the report stage, there was no need. But however, Mr. Speaker, with your guidance, we felt because of the procedures of this House, it is proper to respond to the concerned party or individuals appropriately. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, the Committee on Health Services considered public petition dated 3rd December 2024 regarding the management of public cemetery within Nakuru County with specific reference to the South Cemetery. The petitioner raised concerns relating to the alleged unlawful exhumation of buried bodies, harvesting and possible sale of human bones, inadequate security in public cemeteries, and the report on the reported closure of the South Cemetery. The petition further proposed broader interventions, including acquisition of additional land for cemetery expansion, enactment of registration to allow private cemeteries, conversion of cemeteries into revenue-generating spaces, and urgent assembly intervention on the matter. Honorable Speaker, given the sensitivity of this matter and the dignity attached to the final resting places of our residents, the committee treated the petition with seriousness it deserved. And Mr. Speaker, allow me to say that due to that matter, the committee and almost the whole House, we visited the South Cemetery, and there was the report attached here that we tabled back on the same day concerning different issues that we had raised, and therefore that actually befits the seriousness that this House and the committee took that matter with. In committee in executing its mandate, the committee undertook site visit and engaged the relevant county executive officers to ascertain the status of security within the public cemeteries, the validity of allegations concerning exhumation and alleged harvesting of human remains, the administrative positions regarding the South Cemetery, and the existing legal and policy framework governing cemetery management within Nakuru County. Following its inquiry, the committee established that there was no substantiated evidence presented before it to confirm the existence of an organized market for human remains. However, the committee observed gaps in security and management controls that could expose public cemetery to vandalism and unauthorized access. Consequently, the committee recommended the following: that the county executive strengthen security measures across all public cemeteries, including deployment of adequate personnel and improved perimeter controls. Mr. Speaker, I can say that there are no perimeters that have been elected since the time that we passed this report. But however, I can confirm there are some individuals who have been employed as caretakers of those cemeteries that we have, starting with the Northern Cemetery, the Southern Cemetery, and other cemeteries that we have. And we are looking forward to making sure that this, the erecting of fences has been actualized. And also to state, there was one of the members who had set aside some monies to go to cemetery at Naivasha, and I believe by now that that thing has been procured. Therefore, that is the status, because there was a time that the question arose as far as that the fencing of Naivasha Cemetery, one of Naivasha Cemetery, is concerned. Therefore, but we are following up. And I request through the Committee of Health, because this is one of the recommendations that we did, that during the main budget, we are going to set aside some funds to go to fencing of the cemeteries. And I request honorable members who come from those areas that we have the cemeteries, they consider putting aside some budget to fence. Administrative oversight mechanism be enhanced to ensure proper record keeping and monitoring of burial sites. The county executive undertakes structured long-term planning for acquisition of additional land to address current and future burial capacity needs. Any proposal requiring legislative intervention, including the framework for private cemeteries, be processed through the appropriate legislative channel of this assembly. Mr. Speaker, we are still in communication so that we can come up with a framework that will govern not only the cemeteries, but also crematoria that we have around the Nakuru, and we are still in conversation. And once we dispose the business before us as a committee, together with the executive side, we are going to come up into this serious business that we need to dispense before we go to senior die. Honorable Speaker, the committee further noted that the matters relating to land acquisition, policy formulation, and operational management fall within the mandate of the county executive, subject to budgetary allocation and approval by this House. Therefore, it's upon those members and sub-counties that feel that they do not have the cemetery lands, they consider bringing to us the requests so that we can call the executive when they will be doing the departmental presentations, so that we can look onto the way forward of making sure that we have enough land. And Mr. Speaker, I can note that is an alarm, and we are raising alarms. All the cemeteries are full, and we need to come up with interventions. And I also wish that the planning committee of land and planning, they can also consider, because now we are in the city, and there was a suggestion to go to the Ramea where they want to come up with a private kaburi, direct opposite the Kingdom City. They had said that they have set aside 100 acres to go to the private cemeteries. How I wish that the Committee of Lands and Planning, they can consider and they can take that matter together with the Department of Land and the Health Department. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the committee therefore respectively submits that the issue raised in the petition were addressed, some of them timely, because we reopened because it was closed. And members can remember, when it was closed, we went there, we looked even for alternative land, and we said the county department to occupy and to start utilizing that land, and that was done, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, I believe, so far, there is no complaint as such, but we are looking forward to future curing this challenge in a futuristic aspect. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, the recommendation was formally tabled and form part of the records of resolutions of this assembly. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I wish and I beg to submit, and also to say that the report is here, and we had also our recommendations that I don't want to go back because of the time. There was some recommendations, 6 of them, that we gave, and I believe they be adhered to, and I believe, with that being said, the members are cognizant of the fact that there is an urgent issue that we need to address as far as the cemetery land is concerned, and we need to work in haste so that we can address that matter. I beg to submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Chair, Committee on Health Service.
Number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
There is a request for statements. The first one is coming from the Honorable Paul Warege.
Thank you, Speaker. My name is Paul Warege, MCA representing the great people of Kiamaina Ward, and I wish to request for statement. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to provisions of Standing Order number 47-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the Chairperson of the Sectorial Committee on Roads, Transport and Public Works regarding the delayed advertisement and implementation of development projects for Kiamaina Ward as approved in the budget for financial year 2025-2026 budget estimates. Honorable Speaker, the above budget for financial year 2025-2026 set aside a total budget of Kenya shillings 21,750,000 for development initiatives in Kiamaina Ward under Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works. Honorable Speaker, notwithstanding the clear approval and appropriation of these funds by this Honorable House, the projects outlined below have not been separately advertised in compliance with the applicable legal and procurement requirements. The projects include the maintenance of access roads through grading of not less than 200 kilometers within Kiamaina Ward prior to commencement of the rainy season, with allocations distributed as follows. 1. Rurii Sub-Locations, 2 million. Workers Sub-Location, 2 million. Gituamba Sub-Location, 2 million. Kiamaina Sub-Location, 2 million. And Menengai Sub-Location, 2 million. Additionally, the budget approved for the installation of 26 electric streetlights at designated sites across the following sub-locations. 1. Rurii Sub-Location, 5 units of Kenya shillings 2,250,000. 2. Workers Sub-Location, 5 units worth Kenya shillings 2,250,000. 3. Gituamba Sub-Location, 6 units worth 2,750,000. 4. Kiamaina Sub-Location, 5 units worth 2,250,000. And Menengai Sub-Location, 5 units worth 2,250,000. Honorable Speaker, The unexplained delay in initiating procurement process for these projects is prima facie inconsistent with the mandatory provisions of Section 44(1) and 45(1) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, which impose upon accounting officer the duty to ensure lawful, timely, transparent, and competitive procurement within approved budgetary frameworks. Honorable Speaker, failure to operationalize these allocations in a timely manner not only undermines the authority of this assembly in its budgetary and oversight mandate, but also prejudices residents of Kiamaina Ward who legitimately expect delivery of approved public works, particularly road grading ahead of the rainy season and installation of street lighting to enhance security and economic activity. Honorable Speaker, in view of the foregoing, I respectfully urge that this matter be treated with the urgency it deserves and accorded priority consideration given its immediate and significant impact on the residents of Kiamaina Ward. Accordingly, I request the Chairperson of the Sectorial Committee on Roads, Transport and Public Works to furnish the following information. 1. A detailed explanation for the delay in advertising the above listed projects despite budgetary approval. 2. Clarification on whether the department has complied with the provisions of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, and if not, the reasons for such non-compliance. 3. A definitive timeline indicating when each of the projects will be advertised, procured, and implemented. Number 4, assurance that the grading of at least 200 kilometers of access roads will be undertaken before the onset of rainy season. 5, any administrative or disciplinary measures taken, if applicable, against officers responsible for the delay. I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I wish to request for the statement. Mimi ndio Warege. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that request for statement. It is made to the Chairperson of the Sectoral Committee on Roads, Transport and Public Works regarding the issues raised in Kiamaina Ward. The Chairperson, Committee on Roads, you have up to next week on Wednesday to respond. Next week on Wednesday, in the afternoon session, you will give a comprehensive response to this House.
Noted.
The next request for statement is from the Honorable Ali Hassan.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I wish to request for a statement that pursuant to Standing Order number 47-2C, I rise to seek a statement from the Chairperson of the Committee on Culture, Sports and Community Services regarding the implementation of the Nakuru County Sports Management Act 2024. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, we are alive to the fact that through the help of this House, we passed a legislation that is going to govern the issues of sports in Nakuru County, which was enacted to provide a legal and institutional framework for the development, regulation, and promotion of sports in Nakuru County. The Act outlines provisions for establishment of sports management, structures, funding mechanisms, talent development, infrastructure development, and governance standard in the sports sector. However, since its enactment, Mr. Speaker and honorable members, concerns have risen regarding the pace and extent of its operationalization. Honorable Speaker and members, the effective implementation of this act is critical in unlocking youth potential, promoting social cohesion, enhancing public health, and positioning Nakuru County as a regional hub for sports excellence. A clear implementation roadmap is therefore necessary to ensure the legislative intent of this assembly is realized. Honorable Speaker, in light of the foregoing, I request that the Chairperson of the Sectoral Committee on Culture, Sports and Community Services provide a comprehensive statement to this House and myself as a sponsor and address the following issues. One, Mr. Speaker, the current status of the implementation of the Nakuru County Sports Management Act 2024. It is now 2 years down the line, Mr. Speaker, and from where I sit and from where the members of this House are, we have not seen any implementation of that act. Because as a House, our mandate is just to pass legislation and make sure it is implemented by the executive arm of the government. Two, Mr. Speaker, whether the act has been fully operationalized, and if not, the reasons for the delay. And Mr. Speaker, when you talk of operationalization of the act, is that inside the act, we had a committee at the county level that was going to manage the sports and coordinate and manage the issues of the sports. It has never been operational. We have no such committee or rather board that sits at the county level. And also the reasons for the delay, because it's now 2 years down the line. And three, Mr. Speaker, if these things are not, if this act has not been operations, can we be told, or can we this House been told what are the challenges that the executive is encountering in implementing this act? Mr. Speaker, number 4 is proposed strategies and timelines to ensure full and effective implementation. Mr. Speaker, as a House, and also as a sponsor, we also require, once they give out the response, is the strategies and timelines. Can we get the timeline on when this bill is going to be operationalized soon? Timeline is very important, Mr. Speaker, because it will guide us on many things. Mr. Speaker, I've received many calls from many young people regarding this bill. Mr. Speaker, if you go through this bill, the employment, or rather activities that this bill will have created is many. Would have people getting allowances, or rather employment, part-time employment from county to ward level. Right now, Mr. Speaker, we have no one, or we have no people running this sport act. So, Mr. Speaker, as I finish, it is very important that we get that response soon, and As I said earlier, I've received a lot of calls from young people, and they're asking, this bill has been passed 2 years ago. What is the reason, or why is the implementation taking too long? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. What is it? The Honorable? Is it something about the same or? So I need first of all to. Order. There is also the Honorable Member for Flamingo. What is the order?
Point of order number 47 2D, Mr. Speaker. Pursuant to standing order number 47 2D, I requested for a statement from the Chairperson of the Committee on Budget and Appropriation concerning the ward project.
Honorable Member for Flamingo.
Yes.
So I will allow you to raise the matter that you're raising after I give the timelines for this. So have your seat. I will come back to you. The Honorable Member for Olkaria. Is it a point of order? Is it what is it?
It's not a point of order, just to seek your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, especially emanating from my good friend, Honorable Abdi, in regards to the statement he has just sought from the department. In his bulletin and most of the areas, he has highlighted, and his concerns are on the implementation of his bill that we really pass here. So I was just thinking loudly or silently as to whether that department he has directed the statement to, whether it's the very department or it ought to have been referred to the implementation. My thought, Mr. Speaker, is that with all those good other reasons, and you realize and listen to his points, he's talking of the strategies to implement. How long have they taken to implement and all that? So in my view, Mr. Speaker, it's more of surrounds on the implementation of the bill that we pass here. So I don't know whether the mother department will have to single-handedly look at it or it has to go to the implementation. I was just thinking, and I thought I should share my thoughts in terms of how do we go about it. Then I raised my case because you, being the speaker, you may direct, but if I were me, I would have sought this statement from the implementation and not necessarily from the department. But because it is him, then you can guide.
The Honorable Member for Olkaria, do you sit in the implementation committee?
That does not mean, Mr. Speaker, in terms of, because I sit there, but I was just looking at it in terms of...
It was a straight question as to whether you sit or not.
I do not.
Thank you. These matter for the sports, that is the Sectoral Committee on Culture, Sports and Community Services, about the bill, that is the Nakuru County Sports Management Act 2024. The department needed to bring to this Honorable House the regulations. And so it is the work of the department itself and the committee to make sure that is the Committee on Culture, Sports and Community Services, to make sure that the regulations, they've been brought here so that now the bill or the act can start working. So I now want to get the Chairperson, Committee on Culture, Sports, Vice Chairperson, members of that committee. You may have your seat. Your honorable members, we've got to say that this is a very sad note to 2 years down the line to say that an act that was supposed to help the residents of this county, more so now the youth of this county, that we do not have the regulations. Of course, the regulations were not to come from this honorable house, they were to come from the department. And so the members of the sports committee, that is you have up to Wednesday next week in the afternoon session to have a very comprehensive answer and response as to why the regulations have not been supplied, have not been brought to this house. Honorable members, you also note that we can do lots and dozens of acts, but then without regulations, that will be exercises. Those will be exercises in futility. So we want to urge our committees to be following up on any bill or any act that has been passed, so that now there is value for the work that we do in this honorable house. Then the responses. The first response is from the chairperson, Committee on Road Transport and Public Works.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Francis Kuria, elected member by the great people of Malewa. With your permission, Honorable Speaker, during a plenary sitting held on Wednesday, 18th February 2026, Honorable Paul Warege from Kiamaina Ward requested for a statement from Chairperson on Committee on Public Roads Transport regarding the installation of 6 streetlights in Gituamba location, Kiamaina Ward, under tender number OT119 2024-2025, and installation of 5 streetlights in Rurii Sub-Location in Kiamaina Ward. In particular, the member sought to know the following, Honorable Speaker: the current project status, completion stage, any inspection reports, and clarification whether the work meets contractual and approval technical standards. 2, whether the contractor adhered to the approved scope at designated installation sites and explain any deviations. C, outline the department measures to ensure compliance with tender number CGN 119-2024-2025 and tender number CG RTPW 2024-2025, including supervision, certification, and quality assurance. Whether any breach, negligence, or non-compliance has been identified, and specify any sanctions taken or proposed. Indicate collective actions being taken to address identified issues, including relocation or replacement works at no cost to the county government. Specify safeguards being implemented to ensure compliance with procurement laws, sound financial management, and value for money in future projects. Honorable Speaker, the committee wrote to the CCM Infrastructure via Director, reference County Assembly of Nakuru, 3932, dated on 27th February 2026. In response, Honorable Speaker, this report is submitted in response to the request for statement concerning the installation of streetlights in Gituamba, Rurii Sub-Locations, Kiamaina Ward. The projects were implemented during financial year 2024-2025 under an approved budget line vote that provided a block allocation for Kiamaina Ward, Gituamba and Rurii areas collectively, and was not site-specific as arranged. The implementation was undertaken in compliance with Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations, Public Finance Management Act, Occupational Safety and Health Act. Honorable Speaker, the budgetary positions financial year 2024-2025. The approved financial year budget estimates provide funding under a ward-based block allocation for streetlights, Gituamba and Rurii areas. The budget did not ring-fence specific site or exact installation points. Site selections and positionings were undertaken based on 1. Technical feasibility, security considerations, accessibility and public safety, engineering recommendations following site verification. Honorable Speaker, this approach is consistent with Section 125 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, which require implementation in accordance with approved budget estimates while allowing administrative and technical directions within approved vote limits. Project status and completion. Gituamba. Quorums installed 6 in number. Lights installed 17 in number. Total in BQ 22 in number. Balance 5 in number. Rurii. Quorum installed 8 in number. Light installed 14 in number. Total in BQ 19. Balance 5 in number. Honorable Speaker, the works were inspected by the resident engineers and certified to meet contractual, technical, and safety standards. Joint measurements were conducted in accordance with Regulations 139 and 145 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. Payment certification is strictly based on measured and approved works. Any executed works are not satisfied for payment. Honorable Speaker, the response to specific allegations. 1. Allegation, installation in different locations. The installations were carried out within the approved block area, that is Gituamba and Rurii. Siting and adjustments are undertaken based on 1. Ground conditions, 2. Technical safety requirements, public utility clearances, engineering advisories. Honorable Speaker, such adjustments are permissible under contract administration provisions, provided scope and quantities remain within approved limit and do not result in financial variation beyond regulations thresholds under the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. No unlawful allocation outside the approved ward allocation occurred. B. Alleged discrepancies in quality, specifications, and quantity. The contractor, Honorable Speaker, executed works strictly as per the approved BQ, that is Bill of Quantity. Verifications measures undertaken include 1. Continuous supervision by county engineers, joint measurements, inspection and satisfaction before payment, compliance with electric safety standards under the Energy Act 2019, compliance with provisions under the Occupational Safety and Health Act 2007, no evidence of substandard materials or deviation from approved specifications has been established. Honorable Speaker, workmanship and technical standard. The work were inspected and satisfied by the resident engineers and found compliance with required structural, electrical, and safety standards. Satisfaction procedures were conducted in line with Section 138 of Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, inspection and acceptance, county supervision protocols, contract conditions, theft of 2 poles, that is in Rurii. 2 poles previously installed at 1 Sarama Sharoam Waziwazi, 2 Lamp Keepers Ministry. This was stolen and the matter was reported under OB number 0819-2026. The contractor was formally informed the Department of Infrastructure that he has since apprehended and taken the culprits to court. Legal proceedings are ongoing and the department remains hopeful that the lost properties will be recovered through the judicial process. The county continues to monitor the matter to safeguard public assets in accordance with the Public Finance Management Act 2012. Honorable Speaker, supervision, compliance, and quality assurance measures. The department ensures compliance through 1, pre-awarding due diligence under the Public Procurement Act, Asset Disposal Act 2015. Technical supervision by resident engineers. Joint measurements prior to certification. Non-certification of incomplete or non-compliant works. Balance of uninstalled lights were returned to county stores, recorded and issued through formal requisitions, procedures for maintenance of existing infrastructure within the ward. Breach of compliance. Honorable Speaker, as of the date of this report, no contractual breach or technical compliance has been established. No payment has been made for unexecuted works. No financial loss attributed to contractual negligence has been identified. Should any non-compliance be established through further oversight, appropriate actions will be taken in accordance with the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015 and contractual provisions. Safeguards for future projects. Honorable Speaker, the departments continue to strengthen 1, enhance site verification before installation, increase community engagement during implementations, strengthened supervision and inspection, strict adherence to procurement and financial management law. Honorable Speaker, these measures ensure transparency, accountability, and value for money in line with Article 201 and 227 of the Constitution of Kenya and the Public Finance Management Act 2012. Conclusion. Honorable Speaker, the street project under tender number CGN LTPW 2024-2025 and CGN LTPW 120-2024-2025 were implemented within the approved financial year 2024-2025 ward block allocation for Gituamba and Rurii. The works were executed in compliance with contractual specifications and applicable procurement and financial management laws. Technical inspections confirm adherence to approved standards. The theft incident has been reported and court proceedings are underway within the expectation of recovery of the stolen property. The department remains committed to prudent utilization of public resources to facilitate the county assembly in its oversight mandate. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Chair Rhodes. The Honorable Member for Kiamaina, you satisfied with the response?
Mr. Speaker, I totally disagree with the statement that has already been read, and I have the grounds for that. And if given chance, I can be able to elaborate what had happened. So, with your guidance, Honorable Speaker, on date 27th March 2024, there was an advertisement for public participation in the Daily Nation and for financial year, for budget allocation for financial year 2024-2025. And on Thursday, 4th April 2024, we went and did a public participation in Kiamaina Ward, and 110 attendants of residents were available. They attended, and we did a public participation. And whatever has happened, every time we are doing public participation, especially this specific public participation, we decided that we shall be installing some streetlights within my 5 sub-locations, that is Kiamaina sub-location, Rurii, Gituamba, Menengai, and Waka sub-locations. The streetlights that have a problem are those that were to be installed in Rurii sub-location. And when we did public participation, we identified the places and locations that these streetlights will be installed. And I wish to say that for Rurii sub-location, we decided that we shall install the streetlights in the following locations. 1, members of public decided that we shall install streetlight at St. Anthony School, Kwa Moshomba. Another streetlight we decided we shall install it at Kwa Marsh Sawmill. The other streetlight at Blue Sky, Sauti ya Mwananchi Road. And another one, Kwa Karato, Stomaka Road. And the other streetlights at Judea streetlight that was stolen. So we were replacing that streetlight that is located at Lower Poshomil, Kiangai Road. Mr. Speaker, I have a total of 84 streetlights that are supposed to be installed in Kiamaina Ward by June this financial year, where we have already installed 47 streetlights with no problem. The remaining, they are the 11 now streetlights that are supposed to be installed. That is for Rurii and Gituamba, 11, and 26 are yet to be installed. Mr. Speaker, when we did public participation, we agreed that when the contractor comes, we shall be able to go and show the contractor the sites that were proposed by the members of public. As I said earlier, the 37 that we have already done, there is no problem. But for this one, for Rurii and Gituamba sub-location, was not done as per the public participation, regardless of us having the list of attendance of 110, and those people who are proposed that they should guide the contractor. The problem came when the contractor was to come to install these streetlights. There was no PMC that was formed. There was no ward admin. There was no engineer on the site. And on 31st, on 28th on 28th of January 2026, residents discovered that the streetlights were installed in incorrect locations, contrary to the agreed upon proposals. On Saturday 31st, 2026, while performing my oversight role, I encountered individuals led by the former MCA Kajois with instruction from the office of the governor, Wakarura, were installing floodlights and other accessories without the presence of PMC, ward administrator, representative from the MCA's office, and county engineer. To avoid the vandalism and chaos of installation materials, I took the items into the safe custody at Kiamaina Police Station, where I reported the incidents under OB number 10/31/1/2026, got an inventory as we wait for the matter to be resolved amicably, adhering to the agreed upon public participation, only to realize that later that the installation materials were released to the contractor and were installed on Thursday, 12th and Thursday, 12th and Friday, 3rd, February 2026, without any consent prior to resolving the matter, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, upon realizing this, I exercised my oversight role on Monday, 26th February 2026, and my findings, guided by the Bill of Quantities, are as follows. The height of the columns installed galvanized street light columns could not be ascertained to determine the height met to the required 13 meters. Verification of copper earth electrodes was not possible to confirm if they met the specific dimensions of 1,800 millimeters long and 15 millimeters diameter, with dropping tip and claps in 300 millimeter by 300 millimeter manhole with removable cover, gear lamp, and Nikon and approved equivalent. Approximately 60 meters of 2.5 millimeters twin with earth PVC insulated copper was unused, leaving 30 meters unaccounted for out of the allocated 90 meters. Mr. Speaker, 30 meters of 2.5 millimeters squared, 2-core PVC, SWA PVC, copper cable was not used. The whole 90 meters. Mr. Speaker, I wish to recommend that these streetlights were not installed as to where the public participation was required to be installed, and those ones that were meant for Rurii Sub-Location. I think the chairperson roads has indicated Rurii has 8 columns of streetlights. But to me, I know there were 5. I don't know where he's getting, or the department is getting 8. That has to be explained to me. But to make the matter worse, the streetlights that were supposed to be installed in the Gituamba sub-location, were installed where they are not supposed to be installed. And those for Rurii sub-location, they were taken to Gituamba sub-location. So, Mr. Speaker, when they say the work was done in a manner that was supposed to be done, I think I disagree with that. And I wish to get these things done. I have the list of the attendance and what was supposed to be done, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Kiamaina.
Mr. Speaker.
What is it, the Honourable Member for Lakeview?
Mr. Speaker, just a concern and more so a point of information to the House that, Mr. Speaker, we should not at any one point as a House ignore public participation, because even in the Kenyan Constitution and in the justice system within the country, it's been cited severally and has brought down major bills that have been brought before major houses. For instance, Mr. Speaker, we had the case on the BBI that saw Kenya losing around 14 billion Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Article 1, Article 10, Article 118, Article 196 of the Constitution of Kenya clearly dictate on the involvement of the public in decision-making, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm fathomed to hear that members of the public can decide where streetlights will be installed, Mr. Speaker, but we here in the Assembly, the decision-making organ within this county, the people who are enabled to look at things properly installed within this county, Mr. Speaker, that a street light can be taken from one corner to the other corner without the participation of the members of this assembly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it underscores the roles that each and every person here has been elected to do, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have not been elected to do any other thing within this assembly but to always check and balance what is happening. Today it must be happening to Mheshimiwa Warege in his ward, Mr. Speaker, because he might not be on the side that powers be, Mr. Speaker. Tomorrow it will be on Mheshimiwa Francis Kuria from Marawa West, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, we must always guard that whatever is good for this person should also be good for the other person, Mr. Speaker. We should, as an assembly, understand that, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it has also come to the attention of this House that many projects are being handed over, even without these members, Mr. Speaker. You have heard the member from Kiamaina stating very well that the project was handed over even without participation of the PMC, Mr. Speaker, which role is being used within Nakuru County, Mr. Speaker. These are some of the things that we should be engaging in, Mr. Speaker, because this county, Mr. Speaker, cannot be run just like any other monkey business or any other forest adventure. It's not an adventure here, Mr. Speaker. We are not on a fishing business here, Mr. Speaker. If someone must go to Biashara Ward, where Fadhili Missouri comes from, Mr. Speaker, he should be informed that on such a specific day, things will be happening. I've listened to the chairperson Rhodes give us a literature of the events that occurred there, Mr. Speaker. But when I listen to the people and when I read the act very well, I feel that the people of Kiamaina have been violated, Mr. Speaker. And as such, Mr. Speaker, this decision-making organ within this county should indicate very, very well that public participation notes should be taken. If 110 people went to public participation and indicated where the street light should be placed, those are the people who live there. It's not the engineers, it's not the CEO, it's not the CEC, it's not anyone else but those people. I think we are here to protect those people. And as such, Mr. Speaker, I wish that a decision is made within, or a ruling is made within this assembly, that all the street lights should be placed where they are supposed to be placed according to what the public participation happened, Mr. Speaker. And also, can we follow PMCs and establishment of the PMCs, Mr. Speaker? It's a high time that this House rose to what they should do as a House, what we should do as a House for the benefit of the people. It's called a constitution of the people, or a government of the people, by the people, for the people, Mr. Speaker. And that's what Alex Mbogwa AM will stand for from now henceforth. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Speaker.
The member for Viwandani.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, thank you for this chance. I want to just request the Chair Rhodes to give a clarity and ascertain whatever he has just read there, because he has just read whether he visited the site where he is claiming that there are 8 street lights and the area MCA is saying there are only 5. It is very bad for a chairperson to come and lie this House here. Yet he knows very well. He never visited that area. He never consulted the area MCA. And I want to ask.
What is it, the chair? What is it?
Honorable Speaker, I would like Honorable Mwangi to stop misreading the House. You cannot...
he is misleading the House.
Yes, he's misreading the House with the wrong information, Honorable Speaker.
The honorable, your point? Possibly the honorable member for Viwandani, have your seat. The chair says that, opines that you're misleading the House. So, Chair Rhodes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. as a chair of this sectoral committee, the responses were given by the CECM on roads public works. And he has his staffs who make sure that this work was done on the ground. It was not my work to go and supervise the work. So he should note and he should know, as we have the executive who are entitled to go and do the work. It is not my work. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Chair, you...
Mr. Speaker,
Order.
what's the function of a chair in this assembly?
Order. The Honorable Member for Lakeview, order. The Honorable Member for Buandani.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, you can hear from the Chair Sectoral Committee on Roads and Infrastructure, the way he is telling the House that I'm misreading the House. If you cannot take up your mandate as a chair, then you cannot tell me that I'm misreading the House. Why did you accept to come with a statement or a response in this floor of the House where you have just read it there, yet you have no information whether they went there, whether they consulted the area MCA? Why are you saying that I'm misreading the House? So it shows the incompetence in you, Chair, that you cannot follow to the letter and bring to this House the right information. So you are lying to this House, then you are saying that I'm misreading. This thing must stop, Honorable Speaker, and as the area MCA has stated, he has facts. Even he took the inventories to a police station where Honorable Chair Roads have not indicated in his response whether they went and took the inventories and went on installing. So this is very unfair, and we must stand as people who must represent the people and the will of our people.
Order members. Order members. The Honorable Chair, you have your time to respond to what the Honorable Member is saying. The Honorable DS.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. It is so unfortunate that we are coming down to blame each and every MCA here. Our role is well stipulated on the Constitution, and I would like just to urge you to rule on this matter and to direct that the committee, the whole committee, to visit the site and to ascertain what happened, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the only honorable member who will talk on this matter is the majority whip.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think I concur with the Deputy Speaker on that direction, because it is quite embarrassing that we want to trade exchanges in the floor of the House, and it's even more disturbing when a statement is prepared by the department and given to the chair to read. At times it is very funny, because at times you can be given to read a composition and then when you read it out, you find yourself being thrown off balance. My advisory, as you rule on this, is that not just for the Roads Committee, but all the other committees, that when members seek for statements or clarifications, in as much as the departments give us the responses, we can even take it further to verify. Because we cannot stand here and start questioning the area MCA, because the area MCA is the one doing oversight in that area. So in as much as we want to justify, I want to believe that the area MCA cannot be a mad person to just wake up and say that these streetlights were not installed here, and the department says they were installed there. So for me, I just want to urge our committee chairs that as you receive those responses from the department, before they come, let us liaise with our mother departments to ensure that you also play a role to confirm and verify whatever is sent to you is the true representation of the reality on the ground. Thank you.
Thank you, the majority whip. Chair, the Honourable Member, we said that I indicated that the Honourable Majority Whip will be the last one on that matter.
Mr. Speaker.
The last one on that matter, because there are other matters that are coming today,
Okay.
on the same issues regarding responses. So, Honourable Member, if you could allow, and then I make a ruling.
So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Member, you're proceeding. You
never-
will have your time to make an observation in the next responses.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, a very important matter is being raised in this response as to the extent to which the committee or a chairperson of a committee would want to engage the department, whether on the ground, on the project site, and on the specifications. The Honourable Member for Kiamaina went ahead to indicate the specs. So that is part of oversight. The Honourable Members of this House note that because you work in committees, you have the obligation, any time that Honourable Member would rise to have a request on a certain matter, and it comprises of whether there were projects that were done satisfactorily or not. Note that the committee has a duty to go to the ground and see for itself before whether in the company of the department, the engineer from a certain department or experts from that department, so that now the level or the quality of responses that will be given in this house will be meaningful and would prove to be valuable for this house and even the honourable members who are asking. Honourable Chairperson, chairpersons, now I'm addressing the chairpersons. It is your duty to liaise with CECs and CEOs from the various departments and come up with a conclusive report on the sites of the projects, on the conditions of the projects, and any other matter that the member who raised a question or a request did. And so it is not enough to have a response and sit in the committee rooms, look at it with the committee, and say that was satisfactory. So the honourable member for Kiamaina, possibly if there are other areas that you feel that you are not responded satisfactorily, you can raise another, you can request for another statement. Not today, in the coming days. So thank you for that. The honourable member for Nakuru East, the honourable deputy speaker, had requested for a statement, and the honourable chairperson, committee on transport, will be giving a response. However, there is something that I have noted.
Yes, of course, Chair.
There's something that I've noted in these three statements, and that is the responses. The members who requested for this statement, they sit in that committee, unless the list that I have does not indicate the membership of the committees as it is. So that is something that I'll be looking at. Maybe things changed without the knowledge of the Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in the first matter that has been prosecuted here, in fact, it is so unfortunate that it is the chair and the vice chair, because the member from Bahati, I think, Kiamaina, is the vice chair of the committee. But, and I also sit on the same committee, but that shows the level of frustration that we have. Because we've tried to prosecute these matters using the committee way, but we have been taken in circles. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, allow us to prosecute this matter on the floor of this House so that the work of this House can be taken seriously. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, that one now will, it looks like now it's going to scrap the architecture of our committee system as we know it. Because the reason why we have the committees is that at the committee level, you have the ability to invite any CEC from any department or any officer, that is the CEO, the CEC from the department. Does that mean that that does not happen? That may not be responded in these, at this moment, but then that is something that need to be revisited. So the Honorable Chairperson, proceed to, what is it? The Honorable Member for Viwandani.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, it is clear that when you are enjoying power, you ignore each and everyone else. We cannot have, we cannot have two members from the same committee asking for a statement, Honorable Speaker, yet they sit in the committee where the CEC and CEOs and directors are called or summoned to come and explain. So that means because you support the government or whoever you support, you ignore the other members who have the duty.
What are you insinuating, the Honorable Member for Viwandani?
Let me come out clear, Honorable Speaker. You see, the Honorable Member for Marewa West is the Chair Committee Roads and Infrastructure. I'm sure, and what I'm saying is true. He enjoys being in the government, side of the government.
Order. That is a serious allegation.
Yes, which I can substantiate.
You will have,
yes.
In the coming days, substantiate, but for today we are going to treat it as a serious allegation. So the Honorable Member, the Honorable Chair, Committee on Roads, proceed to respond to the second request for statement.
Before I respond to that, Honorable Speaker, just let me clarify something on that.
I have your place here at the front.
Thank you. Allow me, with your permission, Honorable Speaker, as Honorable Njuguna Mwaura have just arranged, allow me just to make a simple clarification. That when you see such members who are my committee, it's very bad to see a honorable member who sit or who is supposed to sit in that committee but does not attend the committee. It's bad. So let us be realistic and let us, as a sectoral committee, solve our issue amicably on a committee level.
Chair, I'm going to rule you out of...
okay, thank you.
I'm going to close that matter.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
And I know that a matter that can be addressed at the liaison. So whether there is attendance or no attendance, it's the duty of, in the committee, that is in the committee, during the committee attendance, to be able to have discussed such matters without necessarily having come to like washing whatever you're washing before this honorable house. So proceed to the honorable member for Viwandani. Have your seat.
I just want to a question, Honorable Speaker.
Order. The honorable member for Viwandani. Have your seat. Have your seat.
You know, Speaker.
Order.
Speaker, we are not going to.
Order. Order. The honorable member for Viwandani, order. Should there be other things that you want to raise? You can raise them next Wednesday. Proceed, the honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for protecting me. Honorable Speaker, allow me, with your permission, to respond to a statement requested by Honorable Anthony Kanyere. Honorable Speaker, during a plenary sitting held on 18th February, Honorable Anthony Kanyere, Nakuru East Ward MCA, who is our Deputy Speaker, requested for a statement from Chairperson Committee on Sectoral Committee, Transport and Public Works concerning the status of Pipeline-Mutaita Road. In particular, the members sought to know the following, Honorable Speaker. The committee wrote to the CCM infrastructure via a letter reference counter assembly that is 3932 dated on 27th February 2026. In his response, Honorable Speaker,
what is it, the honorable member for Lakeview?
Mr. Speaker, you know, in the previous statement that Honorable from Malawi West has read, he stated it's what was written by the department. Is this still what has been written by the department or what he has sat down with the committee? Yes. Because we cannot sit here, listen to a composition from the department again.
Honorable Chair, honorable member for Lakeview, allow the chairperson, because now already you are jumping into conclusions. You listen to him first and then you conclude whether the standards are as expected.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for protecting me. And it's good for Honorable Alex to know that statements are being responded from the executive. Allow me, Honorable Speaker, to state, to give a response to that statement. Honorable Speaker, reference is made to letter dated on 2nd March on the above subject. The Ranet Pipeline Elementaita C713.
Honorable member for Viwandani, have your seat. Have your seat. Allow the chair to respond because the statement was requested from the chair.
I just want to ask, you committed the statement to the committee. The chair is saying the responses comes from, you never mentioned any department here other than a committee, a sectoral committee. Now what we are listening is from executive or department. So it is not from the committee. So
honorable,
we are not jumping
member,
to the conclusion.
Honorable member for Viwandani, when you are a chair, and the honorable chairperson for budget would know that, is that you respond, you get a statement from a response from the mother department. Together with the committee, you cross-check the facts, and then you can report to this house. So we've not come to that place, that point. So allow the chair to proceed, finish, and then you can say whether there was evidence that the matter was cross-checked at the committee level.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving the election to Honorable Mwaura. C713 road is under our jurisdiction and it traverses through Nakuru Town East, Gilgiri constituencies and is approximately 20 kilometers long. The road starts at Lanet Junction on the Nakuru-Naivasha Highway, traverses through Pipeline-Mutaita Road and Soesabu Conservancy to end at Elementaita Center. The road lands on a southerly direction and lies on relatively flat terrain. The area from Lanet to Mzewanyama is highly populated with both individual dwelling units and multi-dwelling units. The road runs on a southerly direction and lies on a relatively flat terrain. The area from Lanet to Mzewanyama is highly populated with both individual dwelling units and multi-dwelling units. The road has deteriorated on some sections, especially between Pipeline and the Soesabu Gate. This is attributed to sad harvesting activity within the Soesabu farm, and hence the construction of a virtual weighbridge unit along the road to assess and monitor the extent of axle roads being applied on the road. This information shall be useful in determining preventive measures to be taken to control overloading if the vice is detected, and to inform the authority of the appropriate intervention measures to be undertaken to reinforce the pavement. Honorable Speaker, the road has been under maintenance programs annually. In the current financial year, we have planned to maintenance on carriageway and drainage works. We have commenced patchworks and drainage cleaning. We project to finish repair works by end of April 2026. Though this depends on conducive weather and disbursement of remaining road maintenance levy fund monies. Kenya Rural Authority Road Headquarters is preparing to advertise for procurement of major repair and rehabilitation works in the course of this month. The rehabilitation work shall cover the entire road from Lanetu Moja to Maunarok, a distance of 44 kilometers. The scope of work shall involve drainage improvement, reconstruction of failed sections, repair and reinforcement, that is overlay of sections in fair conditions, and provision of road furniture and necessary safety features. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
A moment, the member for Moredat, a moment. So before we proceed, before we allow the honorable member for Moredat to have his input, the honorable member for Nakuru East, you had requested, you had done that request. Is it satisfactory?
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I want to say thank you to Chairman for giving that response. And indeed, after raising that issue, there is something that is being done, and the work has started. And on behalf of the people of Nakuru East, we expect more, because that road, and it's good that the chairman has read and said the letter comes from Kera. And my issue was to the CEO of the roads, what he can do so that to prevent further occurrences, because it's like this government is working. It's not proactive, it's reactive. So we should not wait until, you know, when I asked this question, Mr. Speaker, sir, the residents of that area were up in arms. They were going for maandamano. And as their representative, I had to ask that question so that to know the position of the government. But I want to appreciate the work that has been done, and kudos to the chairman. As much as you say that we were not in the meeting, it's good to argue with facts, because if you look at the attendance list, Mr. Speaker, sir, we were in that meeting. So I want to say that we are here to support our chairman, and we are going to work for the betterment of people of this great county. Thank you so much.
The honorable member for Moredat.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to seek your indulgence on a very urgent matter. We have information that it has rained heavily and most of the roads are flooded. So with your permission, we would like to know whether we could conclude a little bit earlier than usual to guarantee the safety of members getting home. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, if
what is it, the honorable member for Lakeview again?
Mr. Speaker, this House cannot talk about going home early. when we have roads network within the county not working, Mr. Speaker, what will someone in Rade talk about? What will someone in Njoro talk about? In Waseges talk about, Mr. Speaker? Which in Kiptororo, Mr. Speaker, where the roads are very bad, Mr. Speaker, we should sit here until morning, until the roads are made, Mr. Speaker. We should not even go home, Mr. Speaker. So if the chairperson education wants to go home, Mr. Speaker, we can allow him, Mr. Speaker, where we execute proper mandate here, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. There's a third response from the Chairperson Committee on Roads, Transport and Public Works. There is a request for statement that was requested by the Honorable Isaac Rotok regarding the death of Benson Dhuwashira, who was electrocuted to death by a high mast light at Ol-Rongai Center.
Thank you. That's a sign of how this committee is active, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Once again, I'm Francis Kuria. Allow me, with your permission, Speaker, Honorable, to give a statement requested by Honorable Isaac Rotok, MCA Menengai West Ward, regarding some few contents here. One, whether the government of Nakuru is aware of the unfortunate death of Benson Dhuwashira as a result of electrocution by a high mast light at Ol-Rongai Center, Menengai West Ward. 2, whether the government of Nakuru has any plan to reimburse the family of Benson Dhuwashira for all burial-related expenses the family incurred, and if not, the government of Nakuru plan to come up with a plan to do so. 3, whether the government of Nakuru regularly inspects high mast lights within Nakuru County for electrical faults, and if so, at what intervals this is done. 4, whether the government of Nakuru keeps a record of the conditions of all high mast lights within Nakuru County and how often they update this record. A detailed and updated report on the status of all high mast lights in Nakuru County and whether they have any of the following issues. 1, electrical faults, wear and tear, corrosions, cracks, weakening foundation, or any other structural or functional defect. Plans instituted by the county government of Nakuru to ensure that all high mast lights within Nakuru County, 2, not only operate optimally, but also increase the longevity of the lights. Honorable Speaker, the committee wrote to the CCM Infrastructure by Director Reference County Assembly of Nakuru CS 3923, dated on the 8th. In the response from the department, whether the government of Nakuru is aware of the unfortunate death of Benson, the Department of Infrastructure received the report on an alleged electrocution on 1st October 2023 at around 8 p.m. and contacted the KPLC emergency team on 2nd October 2023. The county street lighting team visited the area in company of the area MCA Honorable Isaac Lotok. The cause of death can only be ascertained by the autopsy report issued thereof. 2, whether the government of Nakuru has any plan to reimburse the family of Benson Dhuwashira for all burial-related expenses. The county government of Nakuru, and for this case, the Department of Infrastructure, is not privy to any form of request for reimbursement whatsoever from the family. Further, it has not been demonstrated that the death arose from the county infrastructure. 3, whether the government of Nakuru regularly inspects high mast lights within Nakuru County for electrical faults, and if so, at what intervals this is done. The Department of Infrastructure undertakes regular inspections of high mast lights, and not only for electrical faults, but for suitability of purpose. In addition, Whenever a case is reported by the honorable members and all the members of the community, the county street lighting team attends. It is a continuous exercise. 4, whether the government of Nakuru keeps a record of the conditions of all high mast lights within Nakuru County and how often they update this record. The Department of Infrastructure has a record of all high mast lights within the county. Initially, only serial numbers were written on the masts, but now, in addition, coordinates are picked and update of the list is continuous exercise, since new installations and relocations are done oftenly. A detailed and updated report on the status of all high mast lights within Nakuru County and whether they have any of the following issues: electrical fault, wear, tear, corrosions. The Department of Infrastructure requests for 2 weeks to prepare the report. Honorable Speaker. Least but not last, plans instituted by the county government of Nakuru to ensure that all high mast lists within Nakuru County not only operate optimally, but also increase the longevity of the lights. Honorable Speaker, the Department of Infrastructure has instituted the following. The department has adopted the use of LED lamps for all new installations. The LED lamps have a longer lifespan as well as consumes less power. That is almost half of what sodium bulbs consume. For new installations, which happens within the year, where after the financial budget has been passed, a provision sum for the payments of electricity bill arising from the new installation has been factored. Further, the department has initiated the relocations of meters installed on the ground to at least 3 meters high on the support poles to reduce electrocution risks. About 800 meters have been relocated to date. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Chairperson, Committee on Roads. The Honorable Isaac Rotok, are you satisfied with the response?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm not satisfied at all. I may explain a little bit concerning the death of Benson Thuo, which occurred on 1st of October, the year 2023. Mr. Speaker, I just want to say that the county government of Nakuru failed, as per the Article 26 of the Constitution of Kenya of 2010, to give Benson Thuo the right of life. This is due to the negligence of the Department of Road and Infrastructure to make sure that the light mast is safe for everyone. Mr. Speaker, it was around 6:30 p.m. on that 1st of October when it was drizzling in the evening, and as Mr. Thuo was heading to a shop, he stepped on flowing water that was caused by rain, and due to the faults of that power mast, the electrical currents flew down to the stream of water, and immediately he died when he stepped on that water. Mr. Speaker, also, it was not only the death of Mr. Thuo, also there was also another incident of the same week that a dog was also electrocuted, and also some goats was also electrocuted. Mr. Speaker, also I would like to say that the committee failed to visit the site and to visit also the family of Mr. Benson Thuo to follow up about the autopsy that was done here in Nakuru mortuary, and also to get the report from the Menengai police station where they reported and they were given the OB. Also, Mr. Speaker, the chair said that there was no any demonstration. Mr. Speaker, I believe on diplomacy. And I tried to calm down the situation there in the village, and they understood that I'll lead them until they get their rights and the compensation. They came down and they understood. So, Mr. Speaker, if it is good for them to do that demonstration, I believe that some of them are watching right now through the YouTube live proceedings of today's session. And if we will not apply this diplomacy, people down there, they will start demonstrating right now. But Mr. Speaker, since I believe in diplomacy, I'll urge my people there in the village not to do any demonstration. We believe in diplomacy, agreement, we sit down and we do the compensation to the family. Also, Mr. Speaker, to clarify, it was not electrical pole that was served by the Kenya Power and Lighting, but it is a light mast installed by the county government of Nakuru. Also, Mr. Speaker, I request the committee to meet the witnesses who are within the area where Benson Thuo died. We have them. Even the public participation should be made there so that the witnesses will appear in number so that the family will get that compensation. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, it is very sad that Benson Thuo's dad, who used to depend on his son, Benson Thuo's dad was paralyzed. He was not able to walk. And it is very unfortunate that we lost him on 28th of January. And I don't know how the family will withstand the situation, because the father actually depended on the son, and the son died. Now the father, since he was not able to walk or to feed himself, with the old grandmother, he lost his life on 28th of January. So, Mr. Speaker, I'll request the county government of Nakuru to take a swift action and visit the family, see the situation, how it is, and think about how they can compensate the family. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Rotok, the member for Menengai West. The issues that you've raised, possibly if they are the issues that you've raised through your time when you're responding, possibly if you're not satisfied, you could raise the issues, you narrow down to the issues that you want addressed. Then during the future hours for statements, you could ask, so that now the committee can have a place to get into the matter. So now about the statements, the Honourable Member for, that is the request for statements. The Honourable Member for Flamingo, you had an issue?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I have an issue. Mr. Speaker, I'm David Mura, MCA representing the people of Flamingo Ward. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the standing order number 47-2D, I requested for a statement from the Chairperson of Committee on Budget and Appropriation concerning Ward Project saving for the year 2024-2025 on 1st of October last year, 2025. Honorable Speaker, despite the committee having been accorded enough time, the response has not been issued in the House. To this end, I wish to get the response urgent for onward action. Mr. Speaker, you can take note that these monies were set to do project within the ward, Mr. Speaker. And as we have been operating, our money has not been spent, all of them, during that financial year 2024 and 2025. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, the people on the ground, which we represent, they normally ask so many questions about those money. And I know, Mr. Speaker, by the end of this term, maybe when we are going for campaign, Mr. Speaker, we should note that as a member of this House, especially those who are elected, we are going to face Mwananchi there on the ground to explain where our money is and how we spend all those money during our term. So, Mr. Speaker, I would like you to ask the chairperson on budget to tell us why he has taken a long time to respond on this matter. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Chairperson, Committee on Budget. The Honorable Member for Flamingo raised and requested for a statement that was committed to your committee. What happened? Because he says, and it's true, we have not seen such a response.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know, it's as though our committee is under a county capture, not state capture, but under county capture. Mr. Speaker, we've frequently asked the CCM Finance to give us a proper response that can be debated by members of my committee, that can be discussed by members of my committee. Mr. Speaker, I will assure this committee that in a week's time, we must be given that report. And the condition that my committee has placed before the CCM, that if we don't get proper report on this, by the time that we are doing the budget, we shall ask the members to give us a report on all the monies that have been cut within the last 4 years, and they do a project for that money. And we shall ensure that as a house, we effect that on this floor, that all that money should be done on this floor of this assembly, because, Mr. Speaker, that money belongs to the ward level, Mr. Speaker, because the word that we are always given is that that money is used to cover the debt hole, Mr. Speaker. Let the debt hole be covered by other monies, but not from the ward level. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the House, Mr. Speaker, that this time round we shall be getting proper financing within our budgets, and that money, I can assure Njuguna Mwaura that you should get a project for that money, because if you don't get a project for that money, it will be upon you, not to me. But as the chair budget, I'll be here reading from your ward, and you'll be telling your people where you take the money from your ward, Mr. Speaker, sir. So I think I've just given them the grace period. But Mr. Speaker, let them expect to give members what the members deserve from now onwards. And I think Mheshimiwa Francis will teach that home. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriations, you said that before you're going to have the list for the savings, before the main budget or the supplementary budget?
Mr. Speaker, I wish that we do it in the main budget because the money runs to a tune of around 100 and something million, Mr. Speaker. If you combine each and every word here, we shall be talking about 100 and something million. So in carrying it or injecting it in the supplementary will cause a major havoc within the supplementary. So the money that has not been budgeted for is the main budget, and I think that is the money that if all the members in this house so support, Mr. Speaker, I think each and every ward here has a saving of not less than 5 to 7 million, Mr. Speaker. So if all the members come together, we can ensure that all this money, beyond what you get at the ward level, you can get an extra amount that will do a project or two. Maybe you can do drainages in your ward. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Malewa West.
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Just a concern.
What is the concern?
I've just listened to what Honorable Alex from Lakeview have just responded to what Honorable Mwaura just requested here. And to my conclusion, it's like Honorable Alex and Mwangi Mwaura, they have stage managed to attack the chair on loads. The reason being, Honorable Alex
Honorable Member, now you are taking us to personal vendetta.
He has responded, Honorable Speaker, he has responded that he will seek from the CEC finance on what Honorable Mwaura. So why didn't he say, I will, but he said, I will seek from. So that indicates that I was correct when I was saying the Department of Road was the one to respond to the department or to the Committee on Roads. The same case here, Honorable Alex is referring the matter to the Department of Finance. So when I say it was stage managed between the big bosses from Naivasha, I think I'm correct. Thank you.
Order. Honorable Chair, you are resurrecting matters that already have been ruled on.
Mr. Speaker.
And possibly the Honorable Chair Roads. You have indicated it was the position of the House that it's true. You get information from the department, but the committee sits to cross-check facts and to go on the ground. Up to that point, we were reading from the same page. Unless now, on a different, maybe, say, a different paragraph, the same page, different paragraph, we were on the same page. So the Honorable Member for, what is it, the Honorable Member for Viwandani?
Yes.
On the same matter?
Yes, of course, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Member for Viwandani,
yes.
That matter was closed.
No, you've not ruled yet, Honorable Speaker, but I just want to make a request before you make a ruling, because the money that we are talking about is ward saving, not any other money from anywhere to come and cover the debt. So our money is still there and intact. Why can't we do it in this supplementary? Because we need to do the project now before the budget, because people are asking where is our money. So we must do it during this supplementary. Let the executive sort themselves from their side. They have also projects, they have savings. So they should not rely with, on our savings. So during this supplementary, let's have, because the chair budget has said in 1 week he will bring the report on savings, and we shall not have passed the supplementary. So I think it's good, members, if we do it during this supplementary for executive to sort itself from their side. That was my just concern. So, and again, Honorable Francis, we had not planned to attack you. We attacked
address the chair. Address the chair.
Okay, Speaker, we had not planned to attack the Honorable Chair on roads. What we attacked is what he was reading, the composition he was just reading here.
Thank you. The honorable member for Lakeview, who is the chair budget, did you say that you are able to bring the report on Wednesday before the supplementary, or you requested for more time before the main budget?
Mr. Speaker, before I answer that, first and foremost is to tell Honorable Kure is that we don't attack him. He just attacks himself when he speaks, Mr. Speaker. So it is not up to us who attacks him, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, why I requested that we do it in the main budget, at the moment, the Committee on Budget has 3 papers that are very crucial to this assembly, to this county. The first paper is the debt paper, of which we must, as a committee, sit on it very, very well. And the second paper is the county physical strategy paper that was read in this house yesterday, Mr. Speaker. The next paper is the paper on supplementary, Mr. Speaker. So with those 3 papers, Mr. Speaker, it will really antagonize us on time, because some of these papers are time-bound, Mr. Speaker. And considering that most of the monies have been committed already to certain projects at the moment, so my request would be that we deal with these monies when we have the main budget, so that this money can also go to public participation, and of which the public participation will be happening in this April, Mr. Speaker. So I think that will be an engagement that the entire House can engage in, and we cannot do it within 1 week, Mr. Speaker. So I just ask for the indulgence of this House that we do it within the main budget, of which the main budget is not far, Mr. Speaker. Within a span of the next 3 weeks, we shall be having a public participation in your various wards. A day like this next month, you'll be doing the final budget proposal within your wards, Mr. Speaker. So if you shall be having the final budget, of which you'll be doing public participation, then that is the exact time that we should be moving and stating what we require. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. The honorable member for Kihingo. About the request for statement, you had, what was the follow-up that you're doing? Or you dropped? You're not any longer interested to pursue the matter?
I think, Mr. Speaker, the matter was dispensed with. Yes, and I'm satisfied. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, those are the orders of the afternoon sitting.
Honorable members, this House is adjourned to Tuesday next week at 9:30 a.m. Thank you.